Hi, this is Thomas with Believe in the Run.
This is Robbe with Believe in the Run.
And this is Meaghan with Believe in the Run.
And you're listening to The Drop, our weekly podcast about all things running and a little bit of goofing around. And we're just going to roll right into it because we're getting excited. Christmas. Is Christmas here or is Christmas coming when this goes out?
It'll be Christmas
tomorrow.
Eve.
Ooh, Christmas Eve. I hope you've been nice, not naughty, so that you get some good running gear.
Yeah. I feel like at this point, it doesn't matter either way. You'll probably get good running gear.
Yeah.
Yeah, I'm wondering, most of the people who are listening to this, probably when they're going to get a pair of running gloves. They're going to get a pair, like a hat, a winter running hat. I mean, what else do you get? You usually get like a wind jacket or something.
I don't know. Yeah.
Maybe shoes.
Probably shoes. That seems
Yeah.
like a hot one.
Yeah.
By the way, we do shoe reviews, so check out our site.
Yeah,
Click on
before
all
you-
the affiliate links.
Yeah, before you use that gift card, get it there. What's another thing people might get? I think like Gooders are a good present.
Stocking stuffers for sure.
Yeah.
Solid stocking stuffer.
Yeah, that would be a good one. What else, Robbie? You have any ideas?
A race entry to the Louisiana Marathon.
Ooh,
Ooh, that is good too.
very good.
I also got 200 Nerf darts.
Oh, did you?
Yeah. Those disappear somehow.
Yeah, it's amazing how they're worse than running socks.
How much would you think 200 Nerf darts cost?
I know because I bought them like 2 weeks ago.
Okay. It's less than I
It's
thought.
super cheap.
Yeah.
it's
The
like-
guns are expensive.
You know what? The guns aren't as expensive as I thought either.
Oh, really?
I got my kid like one for like $10, and it hurts.
Well, the boys were going to throw out their Nerf guns, and I was like, we're not getting rid of these. I love these things. So
Yeah,
I
give
just
them to me,
ordered a
dude.
bunch of, I know, I bought a bunch of Nerf darts. I was like, they're either going to Robbie's kids or I'm bringing them in the office to annoy each other.
Yeah,
So, we can shoot each other.
dude. Before I worked here, I worked in a government office prior to the Coast Guard, and it was. And this is why I don't trust the government with any of my money, is because it was so insane that there was people having like Nerf dart wars in the office. Like they're getting paid and a crap ton of money for their because they're contractors. And
Do you think that's what
nobody did anything?
Do you think that's what the councilmen in Baltimore are doing most of the time? They're just doing Nerf gun wars.
Probably real gun wars?
Yeah.
Yeah, I don't know. It was whatever. We don't talk about Nerf guns anymore.
All right. But they're also a good gift. Every runner, we should have a running event where you're eliminated by Nerf guns. So you got to run and you got to get to a certain place the fastest and not get shot.
I think that's just paintball.
Basically, or American Gladiators.
Yeah.
It's like one of
All right.
those.
I like it. I like it. We should set it up. All right. So let's get rolling. This week, Meg, you're done with the Ironman.
Whew, thank goodness.
What are you doing? Like, are you just running around aimlessly?
So here's the thing. I was planning on taking it real chill, starting my base training from Boston. But then Ben Johnson slid into my DMs and said he signed up for Donna Marathon weekend.
Ben's very sneaky.
And he's ready to pace me. And now I got to race it. So hopping straight back into marathon training.
Wow.
That's another marathon if you want to do something coming up early February in Jacksonville, Florida, Jack's Beach, Florida. Robbie is also going to be there. It's going to be star-studded. It's going to be Ben Johnson, Meg, Robbie, myself, all hanging out. Lindsey Hine hanging out at the Donna Marathon. It's a very cool atmosphere.
It's by far one of my favorite weekends of the year.
So much love.
Reigning queen over here.
Yeah, Megan, how many years have you won the
We already
marathon?
talked about this.
Just say it.
No, we're still going to talk about it.
Like 4 times.
We don't have any other winners on this.
We might be
team.
going for 5 this year.
Do you
Yeah.
think Ben could win it? Or...
There's a guy going for 2:30.
Oh, wow. Okay.
So
we should do
and if
is
he's pacing
invite,
me, that's a hard no.
Shouldn't we invite Jordan Trofe, since they seem to be able to travel anywhere they want, and he
Yeah.
can come run it
And he
a sub
runs-
2:30 for
He runs races in
fun.
Florida all the time.
I could see him doing the ultra at Donna and running the sub 2:30 at the end of the ultra.
What do they have? Like an ultra?
Yeah, so they have it's called the Donna 110. And so what you do is you start on Saturday morning and you do 80 some, I can't do the math right now.
You do
Okay.
84
miles.
84 miles.
83.8.
And then you start the marathon with everyone
everybody
else,
else.
and you do the 26.2 for 110 miles.
And we've had a guy, Mark, that has crushed out a sub 3 hour
He
marathon.
paced me
That's ridiculous.
after he ran
80
84
yeah.
miles.
And his average pace for the 84 miles was something ridiculous, like 8 flat. Or
Yeah.
maybe lower. It might have been the 7th.
But anyway, if you want, come and join us. It's February 4th through the 6th in Jacksonville, Florida, and it'll be a ton of fun.
I mean, who doesn't want to meet Ben? He's the sweetest human.
Yeah, super fun.
Yeah.
Okay.
So, Robbe, also marathon training.
Mm-hmm.
How's it going?
It's mixed, I would say.
I feel like it was an upswing for you this week.
Yeah, but it's still mixed. It was that was the high point. It's like Bitcoin. My training is like Bitcoin. It's up and down.
Oh, wow.
Yeah, but it keeps on general.
Yeah.
Bitcoin keeps going up.
Exactly.
There we go.
Okay.
So if
Thomas
you got,
would invest in you.
Yeah,
if you got
I'll
into my
try.
running 3 years ago, you're doing okay.
How much can I get in for it right now?
Let's see. Today, you can get in at a good entry point.
All right.
So yeah, I did a long run on Sunday because we had the Faster Bastards like holiday party
5K
on Saturday, which is a great time. And I I didn't run that morning. And
So wait, you did it the day after?
Mhm.
Wow.
I didn't run
'Cause-
the 5K though.
Yeah, but we did have a little bit of.
No, yeah, that doesn't affect me.
Okay. All right.
I mean, I
There's
did
that.
eat pizza for every meal that day, which is weird.
But it worked. So now you know what your pre-race meal should
That
be.
always is my pre-race meal, actually. It's pizza and beer. So
There we go.
Two-
Solid.
2 Mexican beers, 2 slices of pizza, always my pre-race meal, and it always works.
All right.
Solid.
But so I did a 14-mile long run, pretty hilly, pretty good though. I felt good because I had been having some hip issues, Achilles.
And you ran that in the new Nimbus Light,
Nimbus Light
number
3,
3.
Asics gel Nimbus Light. Don't forget that gel.
I know. I leave out some of the details.
Yeah, and it was a really nice
Yeah.
run. Pretty good weather and just felt good almost the whole time till the end. And hips started acting up a little bit.
You know, do you think for me, if you tell me, hey, your long run this weekend is 14 miles, the last mile always feels a little achy. If you tell me my
Yeah.
run is 20 miles, I'm fine until
Right. Yeah.
19 and I'm like a little achy.
Yeah.
Like, I think we're just ready to be done and
Well,
mentally.
and I picked it up the last couple miles too.
There we go.
Like, because it's trying to just, get used
See
to
what
that.
you got.
Yeah. It wasn't like super fast, but it was like crazy windy. I'm not going to talk about it. Down by the Care First building at Clinton Street.
Yeah.
It's like, I don't understand the science of it. And I was like,
The wind hits you both
I was
directions.
Oh, yeah.
literally just swearing, like, if anyone sees me right now, they're going to think I'm absolutely insane. So I was yelling, like, bleep that. I don't know. Can you hear that? Probably can hear that.
I lightly could hear.
No, that's what it was. And I was just like yelling it. And if someone saw me, it would have been.
I hope someone did.
Yeah.
It is weird because I know what you're talking about. It's right on like the corner of the bay. So you would think that you would get wind that would be normal, but it
And
goes,
it's always colder because it's coming out the water.
yeah, it goes both directions. It's like,
It makes no sense.
yeah.
Anyways, but overall, pretty nice. And then I did a night run with my friend Ben. Ran the Alpha Fly for that.
Alpha Fly Nature.
Alpha Fly
Trash
Nature
shoe.
at a cool 9-minute per mile pace.
Oof.
So here's what I have a question about that shoe, and this happens with me for other shoes, like with a super severe rocker, like the Hoka Carbon X, the first version, or the Brooks.
Stretch your Achilles.
No, just like my calves just are killing me after.
I mean, here's the thing: you're putting I think it's a soft thing even more so because what's happening is if your calves are killing you when you're landing, you're getting that extra squish that you're not used to. So you're getting that like your foot is sinking in more, which is putting strain on your calf to like rebound back up from that.
Yeah,
Would be my guess.
maybe
Yeah, I don't know. That
Because-
probably makes sense.
it doesn't. Like in other shoes, like the Metaspeed and stuff, I don't feel it.
Yeah, but
Metaspeed doesn't have as much soft sink in
Yeah.
feel as like an Alpha Fly.
I kind of disagree.
Really? Okay.
I think the Sky's softer.
Really?
Yeah,
No way.
it's squishier.
Maybe you got to put mine on.
I don't know, but I feel like the Alpha Fly is. I don't feel like the Alpha Fly Nature or whatever is soft. Like the RC Elite is like the softest.
Yes.
To me.
Yeah, I haven't tried the Nature, and that has the particle board kind of construction with like pieces of foam glued
It
together
feels
so it can change.
The underfoot feels pretty similar. To
Oh, it
be
does?
honest,
Okay,
yeah.
cool.
I mean, it feels good. Like
I mean, you're also upping your mileage, so that could affect your calves.
I also find though running easy days sometimes in carbon plated shoes just
Yeah.
feels a little like, I don't know, off.
Yeah, which I usually don't do. So.
Yeah.
But you're doing nighttime flex,
Yeah.
getting it out.
Yeah.
I have to say, it's cute how much you like those shoes. Like you're wearing them casual, trying that
I think
out.
they're
You
one of
got
the.
to.
I think they're one of the cooler looking shoes that I've
It
seen.
definitely is a sweet looking shoe.
I do want to see if it like falls apart though.
Or is that what you're trying for?
Are you
Like,
going
I'm
to
going to
tape
wear it
the
as much as
inside
possible.
like Ben suggests?
Tape it.
He
He's-
took a piece of electrical tape and put it on the inside.
Because that's where everyone's just falling apart.
Oh,
Is
like
in
the
the-
upper.
Yeah.
Again, I don't know. It seems to defeat the purpose of
Trash.
breathability and
Yeah.
what? Yeah, and you're adding more trash to trash.
it's I can't not think derelict.
I mean, I don't really
when
care.
see
About,
those shoes.
yeah, it totally is. I don't really care if it falls apart, so it's just like let's just see what happens.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Anyways, but yeah, Thomas,
I
Faster
mean,
Bastards party was pretty sick.
It was fun. I had a really good time. I
Yeah.
actually got to run with my son Theo, so that was like a highlight.
I think you might have enjoyed it more than him.
Did you go closer or further apart during that time?
closer. I mean,
Okay.
he told me he gave me a lot of love. Is his dad, which I loved.
Oh, that's
And we
nice.
got back, and I think he was proud that he did it.
Cool.
I was proud of him for doing it. He does not run a lot.
I was going to say, from 0 to 5K, it's
Yeah.
pretty impressive.
It is.
Yeah.
I was
At
pretty-
13, I would have been like, heck no.
And the thing is, he's also a big 13. He's 5. I don't know.
He's taller than me.
9.
7.
No,
or
it was
8.
taller than that. Yeah.
5'9". Yeah, I guess he is 5'9" because he's like only a little bit shorter than me. He's 5'9". He's got a size 11 foot, which is bigger than mine already. And so I let him wear the VHA shoes that they sent, the running ones. And when he was running, I go, "How do you like these shoes?" And we're on our way back. And this is only a 3-mile run. He goes, I like them a lot. Could we put another different insole in the inside? I was like, "What's the matter? Does it feel a little flat?" He goes, "It's just my bottom of my feet are hurting." I'm like, yeah.
And that's why you don't run in the Veja,
I don't
whatever.
know. The VEJA.
What all the
French
moms wear to drop their kids off at school.
Yeah. You see it a lot on like TV and stuff. I'll be watching something. I'll be, oh, they're wearing those
I mean, it's a lifestyle shoe.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It shouldn't be a running shoe.
But yeah, so I think that would be a good review for the shoe.
Yeah.
And then I'm trying to ramp up my mileage because I'm getting ready for
Grit.
So last couple of days I've just been slowly increasing my mileage. I got to start doing the thing where I slow down a little bit more though. Like I'm running a little too quick for
Yeah.
high
Grit
high
is all
mileage.
long
Long grind.
long and slow, like a friggin' crock pot with.
If you want
beef
to,
roast
if
in
you
it.
want to get through it without messing yourself up.
Yeah.
I don't know. I'm not looking like summer grit was great. You wash a pair of shorts, especially if you can run shirtless. Pair of socks. But winter grit, man. Unless you're Robbe, we can get into winter clothing now. But unless you're Robbe, you gotta like I'm washing a jacket a day. Tights, a merino wool.
A jacket a day. That is blowing my mind.
I will
Well,
tell
2
you.
jackets because also
Yeah,
the one
Meaghan.
doing all the laundry.
Yeah. So I'm going to say it. We're having this debate in the office and we're going to go over our winter gear stuff. But before we get into that, let's get into laundry habits.
Okay.
Because if I wear, like I can even take something off after I run. I'll be like, oh, this merino wool shirt doesn't smell so bad. And I'll put it to the side and I'll be like, I'll get another wear out of it.
Mm-hmm.
The second I put it on, it's like heat activated BO. It's like, wow. And I'm
Okay.
like, oh, this did need a wash. And jackets, I've tried in the past to get by without that. And I don't know what it is. Either I have toxic waste coming out of my armpits or it just smells like ass as soon as I put as soon as it reaches
Can you
98
confirm this,
degrees.
Meaghan?
I haven't put on his gear after he's worn it, so I can't totally confirm, but I believe it.
I've hugged you before and you've done the crinkle face.
Yeah. But I fall into a similar boat as Thomas where I have to wash my gear after I wear it once, which is really annoying, but I can't handle the smell. Even if it's just like a little bit, it smells a little dirty. Like you don't want to put that back on. And I need all the help to get out the door in the winter mornings.
So let's find out what's going on at Robbie's house.
This is like weird to me because if it's like the dead of summer, it's one thing. In that case, I'll wash after 3 times. But no, I do think, and I'm not just saying this, I don't sweat that much either. Like I really like.
So that's a fundamental difference between us because I am a huge sweater.
I also sweat quite a bit.
Like it can be dead of summer, and I'll be like, of course, if you're running, you're gonna sweat. But I'll generally be dry like any other time.
I'm the person who shows up after a mile in the summer and looks like they jumped in the pool. I've seen it. And it's like, what did you just do?
Yeah,
that is interesting though, because what we learned from Meaghan's experience with cramps and all that stuff was how much salt she was losing through her sweat, and the fact that she was a heavy sweater played a huge role in like figuring out you getting to sub 3.
Yeah.
Yeah. Okay. So that may make a difference.
So that might be a strength of yours.
Yeah,
Maybe.
that's a huge strength.
Although I still cramp during marathon. Well, not so much anymore, but because I take those cramp crushers.
That's not going to do it.
So anyways, I especially with merino wool, like in the wintertime, and we talk about our favorite gear. Like my favorite is the Tracksmith Brighton base layer. That's probably all our favorites. And the turnover tights. Yeah. Are you wearing it? Yeah.
Oh, yeah.
And
right now.
I can sometimes I'll wear it for like 2 weeks. Like
that is
run.
insane.
Wait, how many runs?
Like 10.
10 runs, 0 washing.
I'll smell it too and be like, it literally smells like nothing. Like if I smell it and it smells bad, I'll wash it for sure.
Robbie to roll around in our dryer to keep our clothes fresh.
I'll make sure like it does, because you can smell like even when you put on and you start running sweat and it activates and it's
that's
gross.
what I'm saying.
I'm telling you, it's like 10. Like I can go like 2 weeks before.
That's insane. That's insane. I wore the Say Sky stripe shirt that we got.
Mm-hmm.
That one I wore to the party on Sunday, and I didn't wash it. And I wore it again. What's that? Today or yesterday? Today. And that one, I mean, I only ran 3 miles in it, and I wasn't really that active. It was cold that day, so I didn't really sweat in it. So that was the first time I pulled a Robbie, and I remember when I was taking it off, I was like, the old, trick. I was like, this doesn't smell. And then when I put it back on, I was like, no, it doesn't smell.
Okay, so what do you do with your shirt or jacket?
I hang it up. Home? I mean, it'll have a little bit of sweat on it, maybe.
Okay.
But like I'll just hang it up like on a hook or something,
Do you wear deodorant normally?
I don't know. Usually
you don't know, that means you don't.
No. For life, like for
life,
for normal days.
Like if you shower and get out of the shower, you put deodorant on.
For sure. But like if I get up in the morning and just go running, I don't put on before I go running.
No. I mean there are sometimes I will. Yeah. Like if I'm like woof. I don't like if we're going to a group run. Then I'll typically like just glaze over it with a quick stripe.
Yeah, I mean, let me know if I smell, but I don't think
I have never smelt you, so I now I'm really surprised because I'm just
jealous that you don't have to do laundry like we do.
Yeah,
honestly,
I mean, I'm pretty. It sounds disgusting, but I do really like. I'll like if I smell my running glue and it smells bad, I'm gonna wash.
We've done group runs. I've never been like, oof, Robbie. There are some dudes that I've ridden bikes behind or run behind and been like, oh
man,
dude, rinse that thing next time. Because you can smell that, you like, especially on the bike, you get drafting behind someone. And
I believe that
the kit's not clean.
What's your favorite winter running gear? I kind of talked about it, but
I mean, I have to say the Brighton base layer is probably like a staple. Like if I see that in my laundry in the winter and I'm like getting dressed in the morning, it's the first thing I'm gonna grab. It's just like, oh, this is clean. This is comfy. It just feels good. It's one of those things that underneath a light shell, it can create enough warmth. And then if it cools off, if it warms up, it also for some reason doesn't feel too hot.
What temperature do you do that for?
Okay, so
Brighton base layer light shell.
Okay, if I'm running in low 40s, it's shorts, like a Brighton base layer, maybe a vest.
Okay.
Okay, so that would be one hookup.
Okay.
Then
When do you switch from shorts to tights?
usually around the 30, once it's a 3 in front of the number.
Yeah,
If it's 38
same.
degrees,
I'd say like under 40.
I say under 35.
Oh wow.
I mean, I'll get by. It's really just a couple different factors. If it's damp out,
Yeah, sure.
then tights. Like this morning, it was probably 38, and I went with tights because the feel of the air with the wetness in it, because it had like, I don't know if it rained or something,
It
but
did.
it was like so cold. And even though the temperature wouldn't suggest that I needed it, it's so damp that I went with it. How about you?
You wear shorts down to 35?
Well, I say that, but I also wore tights this morning, and it
Okay.
was like 38. But it was like that cold. It just depends.
Yeah.
I feel like you're always wearing tights.
But here's what I don't get. You're talking about like a base layer jacket. I can't I get so hot if I wear that above 25 degrees.
which is weird because you said you don't sweat.
Yeah, this is mind blowing.
It's really weird because I'm like I can never figure out when people wear jackets because I'm like
Today I was overdressed a little bit. Like I went out and I wore an Asics jacket, that really nice one.
yeah.
With a beanie from the Eugene Marathon.
That's another thing I can never wear.
Yeah, it got warm. And
Yeah,
then-
see, I prefer to do like less clothing. So like I'd prefer to do shorts and a long sleeve and then have like gloves and a hat. Because if my head and my hands are warm, I feel like
Yeah.
I'm fine.
So I went running with Ben at night on Monday night. It was like 28 degrees out. I wore that Say Sky merino. It's thin merino.
Yeah.
And then an Asics vest over top
That's perfect.
with a hat, but the hat was off within a half a mile.
That's
Like,
insane.
so hot.
So
And then
all your sweat must come out of your head
maybe that could be.
instead of your armpits?
I will say, like, yeah, I can remember I was like, who wears winter caps? And you were like, it's just, so I think I'm abnormal.
The reverse beanie that we had that everybody's like, this is too hot. I'm like, this thing is amazing. I love this
That's
thing.
the one. I was like, this is the dumbest thing invented because it's
You're
like,
cooking your brain.
like, yeah, it's like Green Mile in here.
Yeah, and then I also love, I have a collection of gloves. You have finger gloves, and then I like the pullover mitten glove, and then when it's real cold, I like the mitten gloves. And
I just asked for a pair of those for Christmas.
you did?
Mhm.
From whom? Santa Claus?
Yeah, so probably not going to get here.
Yeah. I do, even though they're the wrong size. One time Tracksmith sent us the polar fleece glove that you put the shell over the top.
Mm-hmm.
If it is cold, that is my favorite. It's too big on me, but I don't care because I'll just like be
those look
looking like
nice.
I got flippers running down the harbor.
So someone, trail runner that we know, said that there's like these Carhartt mittens that you can get on Amazon.
Meg has them.
Do
Yeah,
you?
I
They're
do.
like the best ever.
They are.
They're like $25.
Yeah. I think my mom actually gifted them to me a couple years ago. And yeah, when it's real cold, like I love winter running except for my hands being cold because they like hurt.
Yeah.
And so
When we were running 2 days ago, we ran together, and you were like,
my hands hurt.
"Do your hands hurt?" I'm like, "No."
I have bad circulation. So like my fingers are the first thing that like goes. So anyway, those mittens are money and I
Okay.
suggest them to everyone.
Sweet. So
Yeah.
hopefully those show up.
I really feel like there's only 1 month I need that stuff though. That's February in Baltimore.
Yeah.
Like sometimes it will get into the teens. Or
February's just gross here.
Yeah.
Good thing we're going to Florida.
Yeah.
That's right. Yeah, I wonder, is there anything else like, I will say the vest thing, I've never really done that before. I love it.
Vest is the
It's
greatest.
great.
The new rabbit vest, did you get that?
No, he got the jacket version.
Oh,
Jack. No, it's
Yeah.
upstairs.
that vest is sweet.
The
Yeah.
vest is sweet. Anything that I really like it as long as it can block the wind in the front and it's kind of open in the back.
Mm-hmm.
It's money. You can really get away with that. A vest in almost any temperature if you've got good gloves,
Yeah.
Brighton base layer, and a vest over the top. You're
Yeah.
solid. I've got good ones from Asics. I've got good ones from North Face that I like. Yeah, and now the rabbit one.
All right. So for winter running, get yourself a Brighton base layer and a vest and some mittens.
I
A
guess we didn't really-
variation of
I
mittens.
guess we didn't really talk about shoes, but
Winter running shoes?
My feet run hot.
Yeah. I feel like I just wear whatever.
yeah. I mean, some people, like, I guess with grip, maybe, outsole coverage. Puma makes a good grip.
Puma grip.
There was nothing to help today because like the water had frozen on the bridges.
Yeah.
So
Oh,
like
you're
if you know how it's like you go over the wood, it's like from brick to
Yeah.
wood, and all the bridges had like, it was almost weird. Like if you ran where it looked wet, you're fine. If you ran where it looked dry, it was that thin ice. And like you saw, like I came down, I'm going my regular pace, and I hit that, and I'm like all.
That's
slide,
when you
and
just,
then I look at the other direction. There's someone running the other way, and they're all.
that's when you just stop your run and try to get America's Funniest Videos $1 Million winner. Sit there, post up with your phone.
You could have, man. It was.
I
it was
actually had
dangerous.
a runner come in the opposite way, say, "Hey, be careful up there. It's real icy."
Did you do that for a runner?
People are looking out. It's nice.
You know me. I'm trying to lure hobos to bonfires.
That's what other shoes are cool for winter running?
Well, as far as grip goes, we said
Puma.
Puma grip.
That
We have-
Nordic shoe would be a good one.
I think you know what's weird. Even the flat Adidas, like even on the Takumi Sen, that grip on that Continental rubber
true.
is so
True.
so sweet. I feel like that's a good one.
It's such a weird concept. It's like completely smooth, but it's as grippy as anything you can do.
It's counterintuitive.
I ordered a pair. Well, I ordered the same bike tires that you have, Meaghan, or asked for that for Christmas too.
Nice.
Those are Continental.
Again,
Gator
who are you
skins.
asking? Because you have a job at this point. Do you guys?
My mom always asks.
Okay,
she's
so
like,
you guys do gifts.
Santa.
yeah. Well, my mom's like, "What do you want for Christmas?" And I'm like, I don't know because I don't really need much. And then I'm like, here's some things.
Yeah, Megan and I are just like, do you want to exchange gifts for each other? And we're like, no, it's too much thought. This,
Yeah.
whatever.
Well, Kimmy's like usually like one or two things. Like we'll just do that. Got her. Wait,
Yeah,
she
you
might
can.
listen
She,
to
she
this.
won't let. Christmas Eve, she'll listen to this.
She might.
Tell me what she got, and let's find out.
She knows what she's getting because it's like what she asked for. It's just like running shoes and
Nice.
So is Kimmy getting back into the jam?
no, just like whenever she goes, she sells like Brooks Launch 4 and she's like, I love these shoes. So I'm like, well, I'm not getting you the Brooks Launch 7 because it's a horrible shoe.
She is like the opposite of our general audience that is like, I want to switch the shoe I want to know what's new, what's coming out. Kimmy's like, just re-up, right?
She's that normal runner.
Yeah,
I
the
got her
person who
that-
finds something they like and then they just buy that forever.
Yeah.
This works fine.
Like she hated the React Infinity, which I get. Like it's a weird.
Speaking
shoe.
of that being one of your favorite shoes, I feel like
not the React, the React Infinity.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
Speaking of the React though, the first one, I am getting React vibes from the Nimbus Lite 3.
I could see that. I think I compared it a little bit in the like last year's version.
Yeah.
I could see that.
I mean, so brands for winter gear I think it's funny because Rabbit was on the West Coast, so for the longest time they didn't even have a jacket,
Right.
but they have some long sleeve stuff that's pretty decent.
Yeah, I mean,
I love their new tights.
The vest, yeah, the tights are good.
I
I'd
actually
be wearing
got-
a hoodie right now.
I'm wearing their hoodie. I got their base layer, actually 2 of them that I love. Yeah, all their stuff's really good right
What
now.
about you? Did you try the tights yet?
They're the same ones from last year, I think, and I did wear them on that night.
I don't
run.
remember them having a pocket last
had-
year.
yeah, they had
okay,
one.
they did.
So I wore them the other night. Actually, they're good.
Yeah,
That jacket though is, I forget what it's called. Gosh, it's called like the Gator Dun or something. It's not that. It's whatever. Look it up. It's their
Yeah.
new jacket. That thing's like
toasty
legit
and very thin and light.
very thin. It's like a micro fleece, but I wore it to ride bikes to my kids' school. It was like 30 degrees out,
You're
and
fine.
with like one layer underneath. It's great.
And you won't have to wash it after.
Yeah.
Or ever.
Tracksmith is always solid for winter gear.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, born in the Northeast.
Their stuff's we know their stuff's expensive, but I will say I tell people that the Brighton base layer and turnover tights are worth like twice as much as they are
Because they last
for
forever.
how long
Yeah.
how much usage you get out of
My
them.
Brighton base layer, I have one
Yeah.
that is probably close to, I don't know, 6 or 7 years old.
It's crazy.
And they sent me the same color in the one I had already.
Yeah.
And I can't tell the difference between the two. And one of them's brand new and one of
Right.
them's like 6, 7 years old.
Yeah. And that's like you can wear that with anything too. Like if you just are going camping or hanging out, skiing, whatever, like, you can just wear that all the time.
Actually, I would totally use it as a base layer for skiing.
Yeah. It's perfect.
What other brands are we looking at for winter gear stuff?
I'm trying to think of like I mean, that's mostly
I
what
love my
wear.
Asics jackets.
Asics jackets are very solid. Yeah, surprisingly, like because you wouldn't think of them as like apparel brand, but they do.
Yeah.
Make some good
If
stuff.
you wanted to know what the
My North
jacket
Face
was
stuff.
called, your rabbit, it's called Letter Zip hoodie.
Letter
Letter
zip.
zip.
I was thinking get her run.
Get her
zip.
done.
I'm wearing their Mr. hood right now, and their cocoon base layer I wore the other day is great.
Okay. Yeah. I will say, I think Rabbit makes the most comfortable clothes. It's like you're wearing pajamas like all the time.
One I always forget is Under Armour.
Yeah.
They do make good winter
Their
gear.
winter stuff is top notch.
I will say that is true.
Like before, like people get upset because they don't have a decent running shoe right now, but the clothing is so solid, and the winter running gear is awesome. You forget about it. See, that's a problem. Like I like it when you have clothing companies like Rabbit that don't make shoes, so you can wear their gear with any shoe that you're wearing. Because I hate mixing the brands. And then, like Tracksmith, no shoe.
Yeah. Yeah.
For now. And so, like, I feel like it's church and state. You can wear, the Tracksmith clothes with any running shoe, and it works. But
I forgot one more. Nike Shield tights. I've had a pair of those for like 5 or 6 years, and I'll still wear those.
the waist on those can get weird on me.
Really?
I have one pair that I swear I get plumber's crack as soon as I start running.
That's how I feel with every John G tight I wear.
Okay,
'Cause
not
they're
enough.
size a little too small.
Yeah.
I feel like if they don't have a waistband, then it's just a gamble.
Another one I love, a little more expensive as well, is North Face.
Yeah.
Like
North Face jackets.
Oh my god,
money.
yeah! You want a solid rain jacket for running? That one that we got, that's in the winter guide. I love that thing. I love my vest. I have a vest that never came to market. They sent it to us,
Whoa.
and it never ended up being something they carried. It's probably one of the best. I don't know why they didn't make it. It's so lightweight. It has the thinnest, like,
What's funny is
insulation.
I didn't like it. I gave mine away.
But what was the difference?
It just didn't fit right.
Oh.
You know one that she loves that is weird?
What?
She has a short sleeve North Face jacket.
Yeah, we've talked about
that's
that
right.
one before. It's
Yeah.
a rain jacket.
We might be getting some Arc'teryx stuff in, which would be pretty sweet.
Nice.
Arc'teryx running, 'cause I didn't even know they were making running gear. So.
Oh, they have for a long time.
Wow.
They just don't. They just don't send it. They're like, we're making enough money without this.
All right. Anyways, okay. Well, that's probably. Oh, by the way, this episode
Oh, yeah.
is sponsored by Gooder. I haven't even taken things off these. Oh,
Oh yeah.
all these crazy stylings. What's the wait? So
How did you put it on your head?
someone has a tropical pair. You do.
I have a tropical pair.
I have an insane.
Mine look
70s
like
looking
lemonade.
pair.
I forgot that this doesn't go over head under.
Yeah.
I don't understand how you guys can't figure this out. You just loosen this a little.
Is your
bit,
head
but-
abnormally sized? It is.
Yeah, he's
It
got
is.
a tiny head.
There you go.
Just put it over.
Yeah, just put it over.
But yeah, so if you use code BELIEVE15, you get 15% off Gooders, which is like, I think you might even they might be paying you at that point because
Yeah.
they're so cheap.
Yeah, they're so affordable, and they don't bounce.
Nope.
They don't slip. And if you lose them off the side of a boat or something, you're not crying too hard because you're usually paying around $25 to $35 for them.
But you're contributing to plastic waste in the ocean if you lose them off the side of a boat.
I do like mine that look like pink lemonade here. This is
Yeah.
some style.
Very drinkable.
And the cool thing is they've got a ton of different styles and different colors, so you're
Find something
bound
that
to
fits
find
your
one
face.
you like. Yeah.
Aviators, the circle ones. I don't know.
Robbie likes the
Circle
aviator
ones. Circle ones are my favorite. The Circle G's.
Yeah.
I lost like every. I had like 3 pair of those. Gone.
It's because you're like, I can get another pair.
You don't care as much, but also you just
Like if those were your expensive article ones, you'd
That's
be
why
like
I had that
searching the
leash on. I had that
house.
leash on them because I'm like, I will lose these if I
Yeah.
don't put them around my neck at all times.
Anyways, the code, I'm going to say it for you real slow. The code is,
Believe 15.
Wait, no, you had to make him say it.
Yeah.
He said he was gonna say it. Be honest.
But then I thought
said,
he forgot it.
no, I said real slow.
wow, that was
You guys didn't give me enough time.
okay.
Believe 15. Meaghan mouthed that when I said it.
I just want to be like, get it out.
By the way, we're talking to Nick Willis today.
Oh, that's cool.
Yeah.
That guy's run a lot of miles, but not a lot of miles.
A
lot of fast miles.
Dude, did you know? So when I talked to him, I never know how much middle distance runners train, and like I forget that they still run like 90 miles a week.
Yeah. Isn't that wild?
Which is crazy. But anyways, I felt like I had a really good discussion, so I'm excited. By the way, it's solo time, so I was a little nervous. I was pretty nervous for the episode.
Were you really?
Yeah.
Okay. Well, it sounds like you had a great time.